Welcome to part 1 of this Pandas lecture series. In this lesson, we're going to start taking a look at data frames. Data frames are essential when handling large amounts of data with Python and has a vast array of functionalities. Today, I'll teach you how to create a Pandas data frame from scratch, as well as how to create one from an Excel sheet or CSV file, which is more commonly used. Without wasting any more time, let's get started. I'm working in the Jupyter Notebook environment, but you can use any Python environment you prefer. If you don't have the Pandas library installed yet, go to your command prompt or terminal. Type conda install pandas if you're using the Anaconda distribution of Python. Otherwise, type pip install pandas. After it's done installing, come back to your environment. To get access to pandas in our environment, we say import pandas as PD. A data frame consists of 3 parts: column names, indexes, and data. Let's create a simple data frame and I'll explain all the different parts afterwards. First, we create the data. This will be a list of lists. Each list is a row of data. Then we set the index. This will simply be row 1 and row 2. Thirdly, we'll make our columns, which we'll name C1 and C2. Now we use pandas to create the data frame by saying pd.dataframe. We pass in the data as dat, the index as ind, and the columns as cols. This is how our data frame looks. As you can see, at the top is the column names. Each list of data is also in its own row. The index has also been set to our passed-in values. Note that if the index or column names had not been passed in, it would get a default range value counting from 0. This is how we would go about creating a data frame from scratch, but in most cases we just want to access data that already exists. This is mostly Excel spreadsheets and CSV files. I found a downloadable Excel spreadsheet that we can use as an example. In the description is a link to a page where you can download this spreadsheet. After the file is downloaded, unzip it and paste the spreadsheet in the same folder as your Python project. If we have a look at this Excel file, we can see that it consists of 4 sheets. We're only going to use the sales orders sheet. It contains various types of data which document the sales of items of a company. Now we'll create a new data frame and use the pd.readExcel function to get the spreadsheet. We specify the name of the file, sampledata.xlsx, and then the sheet we want, which is sales orders. We can use df.head to see only the top 5 rows of the data frame. As you can see, this is the data from our Excel sheet. The index has been set to a default range of numbers. We can change this by saying df.setIndex and choosing the order date column. If we want this change to be made to the data frame itself, we have to specify inPlace as true. Now we can see that the index is the date of the sale. This is how we can create a data frame from an existing Excel spreadsheet. The process to create one from a CSV file is almost identical. Instead of calling pd.readExcel, we call pd.readCSV. This is how a Pandas data frame is created. Make sure you're subscribed to see new lessons as they come out. In the next video, I will teach you the basics of handling and using data frames.